What type of you? She both. My name is Richard Magoma. This is going to be an exciting the beginning of the year. Let us see what goals we have. Let us see what kind of designs we are going to have for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for creating time.
And thank you very much, Richard. And thank you, everyone. This is Get It Right with Atara Solutions, where we seek to demystify issues in employment and entrepreneurship. Like I said, my name is Grace, and we have Richard and Catherine Sidandi. Catherine Sidandi is our sign language interpreter, and she's also a social worker. So if you know of opportunities when it comes to supporting in the NGO world, then you need to get in touch with us. If you have an event and you're looking for a sign language interpreter, please be inclusive, and you can engage the services of one Catherine Sidandi. Now, at this point in time, allow us to bring to you a few announcements and what we have in store for you. Just a brief of what's coming up. We have 2 trainings coming up. Zoom has changed though. We have 2 trainings coming up in the next couple of months.
Magoma, this is going to be an exciting the beginning of the year. Let us see what goals we have. Let us see what kind of design.
Right. Yeah. Clearly, we have just coming back. If you're tuning in for the first time, do not worry. This is the first session of 2024. I think we are still loading from the holiday, but don't worry about it. I promise that you are going to leave here ready to design your life. And by the way, just so you know, Design Your Life is actually a book. Design Your Life, and Jennifer will be telling us more about it. But in the meantime, allow me to recognize our partners. We have Herbert Zake. Herbert Zake is our partner in Kampala, Uganda. He is a certified strength coach with Gallup, and he has coached over 100 500 executives. Sorry, Herbert, I apologize. And he also runs an organization called Steadfast Quality Solutions, which is a HR consulting and training company as well. He also does training for boards. If you're looking for somebody to do board evaluations or just train your board members, then Herbert Zake will be able to deliver that for you. Herbert Zake, we appreciate you. We appreciate the support you give Atara Solutions. We do not take it for granted. Thank you very much. So if you are a HR professional, it doesn't matter from which part of the world you come from. We have an 8 weeks mentorship program. We're calling it the Growth Grid Mentorship Program. It is starting on Wednesday, 5th of February, and it is only going for Kenya shillings 24,000, and this will be for 8 weeks on Wednesdays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. That is for 2 hours. We're going to be looking at HR audits, how to set up a HR department, your policies, your budgets, your reports, your performance management, your discipline handling, and we are going to have an exam and a certification. This is going to be handled by myself and my colleague Anne. Take advantage of the early bird offer, which expires next week on Wednesday. So you have 1 week to pay the 22,000. After that, the cost is going to go to 24,000. And this is open for Ugandans, Tanzanians, and everyone else who is here, Rwandans. I know our partner, K Square HR Consulting Services, has shared that. So please join us on the 5th of February for this mentorship program. And then we are also going to invite you for a session with one Kenyan Jui. This is going to be looking at your wages. I know a lot of HRs are always asking, or even business owners, can I reduce someone's salary? Or can I be able to interfere with their salary? We are going to look at protection of wages and navigating that legal landmine. At what point can you deduct a salary? At what point can you demote someone? When you demote somebody you had promoted and given them an increment, at what point are you allowed to actually reduce their salary as well? For this and more, be on the lookout on our social media pages. And this is going to just be for 2,800 that is going to be happening on those particular days. So thank you very much. And at this point in time, allow us to have Jennifer tell us about how we can design our lives, how we can find our purpose, how we can actualize our goals of 2024. Now, for those who do not know, Jennifer, I don't think she needs an introduction, but she is a life coach. If you want to know who Jennifer is, please, if you cannot Google yourself and find you, then you need to work harder. So if you know Jennifer Karina, you know people. And I am honored to call her mom. I'm honored to call her my friend. And I am honored that she agreed to join us and kick off 2025 for us. So Jennifer, take it away.
Thank you, Grace, Richard, and the entire team, and for all of you that have joined this forum. I just want to say Happy New Year. It is my prayer that you are doing well, and I trust that the new year is going absolutely well with you. I am in a good place, and I'm thanking God for the gift of life, the gift of wellness, even for the ability to be here and to be able to change lives one person, one team, and one community at a time. I'm no stranger here at Atara Solutions, been here another time, and thank you, Grace, for this opportunity. And I just want to let you know that your life will not be the same after this session unless you choose to remain the same. And so we will be speaking about maybe just how you can be able to design your life and be able to transition in whichever way that you want, even as you ignite your 2025. I'm reminded of many years ago when I did feel like I was feeling stuck. I felt that I was not moving in the direction that I needed to go. I needed more. I needed to be calm. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have clarity of purpose. And I know that each one of you that is here this evening has a fire in their belly for what it is that they want. Maybe you need a new job. Maybe you need to start a business. Maybe you need to do something about your career. Maybe it is within your personal life. And so what I do every day is help individuals to bridge the gap between where they are to where they want to go. And so I ask you a simple question this evening. What are your growth gaps? What's holding you back from success? What is it that hinders your progress at a personal and professional level? And I would love for you to just write it on the chat right now. What is it that holds people back? Let's be general. It's not about you, but what holds people back from success? All right, write it on the chat, bust the chat, and Grace, you can read it out. What holds people back? Growth is not automatic. All right, you've got to be intentional. Sorry? You've got to be intentional about growth. And to be able to grow, a couple of things need to happen, and I'll be sharing about that in just a minute. But before we continue, because we want to ignite 2025, 2025 is the year of grace, 2025 is the year of building, and so you've got sufficient grace to build whatever it is that you will build. And so before we get into the meat, I just want to know what holds individuals back to achieve success. Write it on the chat, and Grace, you can read it out.
Jennifer, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of procrastination. There's a lot of self-sabotage. There's a lot of fear of judgment.
Yes.
There's a lot of pride. Somebody else is talking about not getting proper guidance. There is somebody who's talking about being a perfectionist.
Yes.
There's also comfort zones,
Yes.
fear of the unknown, fear of failure,
Yes.
family responsibility and work-life balance.
Yes.
There's a lot of doubt as well, which is also lack of confidence.
Yes.
There's rejection.
Yes.
There's fear and lack of self-confidence. There's a comfort zone, imposter syndrome, feeling inadequate and fear, comfort
Yes.
zone, witchcraft, lack of resilience,
Yes.
lack of clarity,
Yes.
personal realization and belief in self,
Mm-hmm.
lack of mentorship, lack of preparedness.
Yes.
What is the other one? Procrastination and lack of mentors, fear of starting.
Yes. Fear.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yes, anxiety,
Yes.
lack of opportunities,
Mhm.
economic uncertainty, poor time management, and laziness in a nutshell.
Okay. And many more. And all that true is what holds us back. And I want to let you know that I am here so that you will be able to have focus, you will be able to have clarity, and you will be able to have passion and purpose in the direction that you choose to go in 2025. Let me, even as I speak in terms of how to get unstuck and become unstoppable, allow me to let you know that I too was once stuck because of fear. Fear, perfectionism. Whatever I did, it was never good enough. And it was embarrassing for me to even show someone. And so I began to be stuck. And I really knew that I was made for better, bigger, greater, but I didn't know how to get out of this situation. And I found someone because I kept saying, I just need somebody who can unlock that which is within me. And when I met this person, I was privileged enough to meet this person. I'll tell you the details another day when we have more time. But for now, allow me to let you know that I met this person, that it was a coach and a mentor many years ago. And they asked me a simple question. Do you have a personal growth plan? All right, so that now we can begin whatever. What is it that you want to achieve as a result of engaging with me? And really, I didn't know. All I knew is that I'm stuck, I am afraid, and then I learned that fear is false evidence appearing real. I mean, if you're stuck and you are afraid, that is false evidence appearing real. And the false evidence for me was a lot of assumptions, interpretations, and limiting beliefs. I am not capable, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the education, I don't have the networks, how can I succeed? I had so much fear until I learned to face it. And I learned then that what my greatest fear was my gremlins. And the gremlins were the voices in my own ears that tell me I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I am not capable. And that is what held me in terms of perfection. And I learned it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Write the word progress on the chat because it's not about perfection. It is about progress. You want to go anywhere, do anything. It is about perfection. No. It's about progress. We do not judge what we did yesterday. So what we did in 2024, we leave it there. We are now in 2025, and I invite you to live in the moment. As you live in the moment, this is what you will do. You will begin to develop yourself and have a personal growth plan. How do you do that? to be able to overcome the fear, a couple of things need to happen. You need somebody to walk this journey with you. You need to make a commitment that is personal. You need to know that a commitment that is made in private is useless. If you don't tell somebody that which you want to do, you will not go anywhere. And so let's just talk about now what we need to do to get unstuck and become unstoppable. And on the other side, to be able to achieve that which you desire in 2025. All right, so let's roll. Now, allow me to take this moment to let you know that I serve with a great team at Anchor Relationship Network, where we serve with love. And we do psychological support in terms of counseling, therapy, leadership and talent development, power talks such as this, seminars and workshops, coaching and mentoring. Thank you for that, love. And I want you to know that we support individuals to design the life they desire. And I began by designing my own life. Allow me to let you know. I meet a lot of people that say to me, Jenny, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to let you know, if I told you the price that you need to pay for you to go through what I went through to become, you'd say, Asante Sana, I pass. I do not want at all. But I want to let you know, it's been worth every price. As a young woman of 19 years of age, I walked down the aisle at All Saints Cathedral and said I do to my drop-dead gorgeous husband. And yes, Richard, I remember. Yes, it was a red Mercedes. In those days, the girls couldn't take the eyes off. That's when I wondered, what did I do? I shot myself in the foot. And so now we've moved on. We have transversed from there. And now I'll not tell you today, but bigger, better, greater. But did you know that once upon a time, I sold chicken? Did you know that I was a poultry farmer? Did you know that I was a tailor? Did you know that I made clothes? Did you know? I didn't just drop from heaven and come here. I have worked for it. And so these are the tips I'll tell you about developing yourself by having a personal growth plan. Ignite your life in order to live your best life and achieve success. I will let you know, unapologetically, I have seen success. Success at a personal level, success at a professional level. It didn't happen. It was intentional. I had mentors. I've climbed on the shoulders of many who have really pulled me up, and I got to where I needed to go. And so what is it that you would like to do? All right? The illiterate of the 21st century are not those that cannot read and write, but they are those that cannot learn and relearn quickly. So you need to unlearn some of your habits very quickly. You need to relearn very quickly. You need to know what's trending, what are the areas that I could plug in, and where should my area of focus be? That you need to learn. If you don't know how, you need a conversation, all right? As you do this, stop procrastinating. Do something about the fear base. Remember, Martin Luther King says, not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Success is not just about achieving what you want. Success is changing lives, one person, one team, one community at a time. So whatever it is that you become successful about, it needs to have a ripple effect about other people that are going to benefit from that. All right, next. And so this evening, I just want to say to you 3 tips about VIP. I am talking to men and women that are going somewhere, and I am calling you very important persons so that you may never forget. It's all about VIP, very important persons. Number 1, you will need to have a vision manifesto and a vision board to be able to achieve the dreams. Because it's all good to think about what you want, but it has to have an action. And to have an action, something needs to happen, and we'll be talking about that. Number 2 is about impact and influence. Impact and influence. And in terms of impact and influence, we'll talk also about that. But what is your sphere of influence? How are you impacting your world? Who are you influencing? And who is influencing you? And finally, power up. Energy attracts like energy. What energy are you radiating in 2025? Once you answer those questions, you will know whether you are ready to ignite 2025, because if you don't have these 3 things in your mind and are intentional today, you will not get there. So let's do this. Allow me to let you know that the first thing you need to do is create a vision manifesto. A vision manifesto is not just about the political field where every body comes up with their different vision manifesto. No. Individuals, it's not about others. It's about me, myself, and I, all right? It's not about political parties. They say it's not within our manifesto. No. What is your vision manifesto for 2025? Now, listen very carefully. Career growth, financial freedom, healthy relationships, good health, and spirituality. Which of these are the most important for you? In 2025, pick 2. If you can pick all of them, good for you. But I recommend that you pick 2 that you can begin at least quarter 1 working on them. Write it on the chart. Which one do you want to pick? And Grace, notice which one is the one with the most people. Just say finance, career, relationships, health, and spirituality. Write it on the chart. We are coming back to that. We just want to know, where are the growth gaps? And in those growth gaps, how can we be able to bridge the gap between where you are today in January to where you will be in December 2025? It needs to be written, it needs to have focus, clarity, and it needs to have purpose. All right, next slide. So we are going on, and maybe go back to the vision manifesto, Susan. Allow me to just ask Grace to sort of just tell us what has come on the chart.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. There's a lot of financial freedom, career growth, and there's a lot of health, actually. A lot of people are combining career growth, financial freedom, spiritual health, and career growth, and a lot of career and financial freedom, quite a lot. Yeah, and then health.
Career, finance.
Career, health.
Health.
And spirituality.
I
don't know why they don't want to have healthy relationships. No one has come up with that.
We can park them in 2025. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you want to go anywhere, you've got to begin by thinking today, what is it that I want for my career, my health, my spirituality for 2025 and beyond, all right? So you need to know, you need to visualize, you need to see the picture, you need to feel it. And then what you begin to do is to just reflect on it. And beyond reflecting on it, you need to write it down. And as you write it down, this should be in the present. You need to write it in the present. At the 31st December 2025, where are you at? So in terms of career, I just want to share with you, what I wrote for myself 5 years ago in terms of career. That's work. And this is just an idea about how you can be able to write your vision manifesto, your personal. And this is what I wrote. My work reflects my purpose. I love what I do for a living. My work energizes and nourishes me and my family. I'm getting better day by day at what I do. I am a leader in my field. I am focused to serving certain corporates, and I name them by name, right? And by 31st December, I will have put in my bucket list at least 5 of them. Excellence, integrity, and faith are reflected in what I do and how I do it. Doors are opening daily to expand my reach. I have a great team. My reach is creating more joy, resilience, and positive energy in the world, changing lives one person, one team, one community at a time. Now, that is my vision manifesto for work, and I have been able to speak to it as if it is happening, all right? Now, if we had time, I would have paused for you to be able to write your vision manifesto in terms of your career, your business, but because we don't have that much time, I am going to just go directly to the vision board, all right? And so, in terms of the vision board is a reflection of what it is that you are doing. Go to work, Susan, go to career, a reflection. Now, this is work. Now, when you can do a vision board by just starting a magazine and putting it on a manila paper, and it's exciting. I choose to do my vision board online so that it's easy. It's on my computer. I see it all the time. Now, you see the first one? The first one, you can see a plane, you can see a hat, you can see a camera. I was desiring that I would explore, I would serve beyond Kenya, I would travel, I would enjoy even as I travel. I cannot begin to tell you. Places I never thought. At the end of last year, I was in Dubai, I was in Singapore, I went to Turkey just to do what I do. All expenses paid. That's Jenny. Those are also mentors that I'm mentoring. These are companies. I was like, I want to serve Safaricom, KCB, Cooperative Bank, and others. I want to be a global leader. I want to achieve success. The manifestation has happened, beloved, because of intentionality and because of men and women who have mentored me and that have opened doors of opportunity. Who are you working with? I want to let you know, sometimes you've got to walk away from people who hold you back. When you start telling them about what you are dreaming about, they look at you funny and they think, who do you think you are? You need to go and talk to somebody else and tell them about your dream, because your dream, if it is ordinary, is not worth talking about. You've got a dream, and you've got to know, you've got to talk to the right people for your dream to become a reality. I can tell you, I've been recognized at a global level. I have served first families in different parts of the world, and I want to let you know, You can achieve anything that your mind can conceive. All you need to do, have the right mentors, talk to the right people, have a coach, and really, who are you benchmarking with? All right, Susan, we can go to health, okay? We can go to the health. Okay, health and wellness. I want to tell you, I love to do health and wellness. The last year was not very good for me. I got so busy that I kind of forgot myself in terms of my level of exercise, eating healthy. I'm on the run all the time. I put on kilos that I don't normally have. My clothes are not fitting. I feel I'm not having that energy. Let me tell you, I knew that I needed to begin this. I went swimming today. I did aqua aerobics. I swam for an hour, and another hour I did aqua aerobics. I am telling you, so that when you meet me, you ask me, Jenny, are you still doing aqua aerobics and swimming? Somebody has to know what you are doing. If what you are doing in terms of, this year 2025, you don't have anyone that you can tell, what you cannot tell cannot be achieved. All right? And so, okay, write it on the chat. What is it that you want to do? Okay, spirituality, go to spirituality. Okay, these are the things that you focused on. Spirituality. Okay, I love God and I believe that I am spirit-filled and heaven-bound, and I know that my sins, although they may be as scarlet, they will be washed away because God is a God of mercy and grace. So, prayer, meditation, and reflection concerning God is important to me. And at the end of the day, I'm reading his word and encouraging myself in that. What's your plan for 2025? I do a lot of online church since the COVID season, and I would like to do more this year of physical, okay? So that's where I am at, and I will be purposeful about that. What is your intention? Any intention that doesn't have an action is a dead goal, okay? And so let's see the money part. So at the end of the day, this is your year of grace. You will be building onto your money harmony. Okay? I said to myself, you know what? Forget about all these punitive financial bills and all that. This year, I want to earn in dollars. I am calling the dollars my way. I want to earn in dollars. Okay, treasury bills, bonds, all this, I'm creating wealth. For those of you that know MoneyWise, how to create, grow, and preserve wealth, is Rena Hicks, my firstborn daughter. My husband, Bob Karina, was on this forum at some point. He's a financial investor. You know, many times, sometimes when you are in something, you make other people rich and you forget yourself. This year, I am focusing on growing wealth and particularly growing in terms of the dollar. What's your plan? Okay, so I think you have seen what it is to put together a vision manifesto and a vision board. So I urge you to find an accountability partner and do that. Now, impact and influence. Impact and influence. There are three kinds of influence. Positive influence, which I expect that should be radiating from you every day, not negativity, but some positive influence, domineering influence, and interpersonal influence. You didn't say anything about relationships. So your relationships are doing very well, and that's a good thing. Just remember, relationships are a power game, and it's all about interpersonal influence. How are you influencing the relationships around you positively? Because when you influence them positively, it's a win-win all the way. Next. Next. Now, I said to you, your life will never be the same again unless you choose to. Number 3, you are a VIP, and the P stands for power up. Oh, I said you got to have anabolic energy. Power up. Take your body, fuel your body. At the end of the day, when you fuel your body, good food, good mind, good everything. What is it for? Purpose and passion. What's your purpose? Discover your passion. Discover your purpose. Amplify your core values. Why are you struggling? Because of your values. Engage cheerleaders, expand your networks. Accountability and prayer is your cushion. Next. Are we aligned? Are you learning something? Say yes, yes on the chat. Yes, yes, and make a comment. Whatever it is, make a comment. And so, beloved, I want to let you know that we do Design Your Life coaching, we do Design Your Life mentoring, we do Design Your Life therapy, we do leadership, we do many things. Everything we do is geared for your personal growth, all right? Are you choosing to develop yourself and grow? Do you have a personal growth plan? Maybe it's time that you can be able to think about. Make a commitment to a personal growth plan and tell somebody about it, because what you confess with your mouth becomes a reality. And so with that, I want to let you know that you can achieve anything. If it is Jennifer Karina who stopped being a tailor and the chicken farmer, and today I'm training leaders at a global level, I mean, talk to me, somebody. It didn't come from heaven. It is the intentionality that caused me to attract it in my prayer, with my mentors, everybody I met. I told them what I desire. My husband thought I was losing it. This little girl, what is she looking for? Until I found it, he understood my discomfort. Who is not understanding your discomfort? Forget perfection, embrace progress. And with that, I open the forum for question and answer. So we can remove the slide.
Wow, Jenny. Wow. As always, you're such an inspiration. You're such an amazing speaker. I always look forward to hearing you and hearing you repeat earning in dollars. I remember us having that conversation. Was it around November last year? And I can see it is real and it is very serious and it is coming.
It is not coming. It has come. It was in October when we talked.
It is here.
It is here. What
you
can conceive it here. Yes. Let me just tell you very quickly. I chose to volunteer in a charity organization in the UK. Things don't just happen. You make them happen. I decided to go. I spent 6 weeks in the UK volunteering free of charge so that I can teach these UK people. Okay? They could not believe an African has this kind of knowledge. I taught. Do you know they hired me? 2025? We are going, Grace. I'll take you to the UK and we will do something. So.
Yes. We are definitely going. We are definitely going. That is for sure. Now, there's somebody who said, kindly comment on soft power.
Soft power.
Yes.
Well, in terms of soft power, is really being able to use soft skills. All right. Today, the world is not any longer just focusing on technical skills. Okay. So when you apply your soft skills, then what you radiate is the soft power. What are your soft skills? Empathy, active listening. All right. Now, if those two are very critical, empathy unconditional positive regard, communication, and most importantly, active listening. When you use those skills, okay, summarizing, whenever you are told something, somebody needs to know that you've understood. And to do that, you can summarize a little bit of what it is and reflect it back to the person. Then in that case, you're applying soft skills and you've got more soft power than you know.
That's very true. Now, somebody is asking, what can you share to what limit so that your dreams are not stolen?
First and foremost, you've got to know who are you sharing it with. Because there's not just that the dream will be stolen, the dream will be killed. And so when you really need to share, what your dream is and what it is that you want, there are two things that you need to remember. Are you sharing just for the sake of sharing, or what is it that you want from the person that you are sharing it with? What I want is a level of mentorship because this person has experience in that field. Always go for people who are much higher than you. Peers are excellent, but there's a place for peers and there's a place for people that are accomplished. All right. And so when somebody is accomplished in a field, it's not competition. No, it is multiplication. It's not success. It is significance. And so they are not afraid. You can do the same thing they do. You'll never have their finesse and just their magic touch. And they will help you. But at the end of the day, the question is, when you share, what is the motivation for sharing with this person? All right? So share it with the person who you feel safe with. And if necessary, go to a professional space. And if it is a peer, you will have lived enough with them to know. Because what kills these dreams and also what causes them maybe to do the wrong thing is jealousy. So are you provoking jealousy with the people that you're sharing with? Mm-hmm. What are you sharing?
Mm-hmm. I hear you. And Maurice Minor is saying, please talk about how to network for career growth. Talk about investment, especially how to start up.
How to start?
Talk about investment, especially how to start up. How do you start an investment? So network for career growth and talk about how to start up an investment, I think.
Yes, okay. Very quickly, your networks are your net worth. Your net worth is as a result of your networks. Who, first of all, are the 5 people in your circle? Show me your 5 friends. Show me the 5 people you connect with, and I'll tell you who you are. Somebody said. The people that you hang around with have a direct bearing to your success. All right? And that is why I said sometimes you need to get out of a particular circle and intentionally move. How do you find the networks? Networks are in professional circles. Even here at Get It Right with Atara Solutions is a network space. The people here, they are valuable, and you can get 2, 3 people that open doors for you that you cannot even imagine. And it happens. Okay, so networks is about going for conferences, professional conferences. You are here, and when you do go for professional conferences, it's not a waste of time. Grace, I know those that go for conferences, they sign in, they take the bag, they put everything there, then they go where they want to go, they come on the last day. You don't know what you miss when you don't attend conference. It's not just about learning. When I go for conference, I don't leave a conference without having 3 people who I have connected with. And believe me, my work comes from there. I've gone for like ISPA conferences. What is your HR? The HR, you invited me for your HR conference in Mombasa. What
Yes.
is it called?
IHRM.
IHRM, yes, IHRM. I don't know why I forget that. Now, IHRM, when I went for IHRM, I intentionally met a couple of people. And, you know, we do wellness, we do holistic wellness, we work with insurance companies. If you have any emotional, mental, relational, financial challenges, we are able to support if you just come with your card. From that IHRM, I met somebody from AAR, a director there from AAR, a HR person. Believe me, we discussed, okay, Jenny, write to me. I was on their paddle. From that IHMR, I was able to have 3 organizations that signed up. Wait until I went to ISPAC to facilitate for ISPAC. With the over 2,500 participants, I networked. And out of that, I got so many companies that invited me to work for them. Now, I'll tell you this, just the person is sitting next to you is the one that will probably open a door you do not even know. Have you told them what you do? Have you packaged what you do? What is your elevator speech? And how do you say, my name is Jenny. I support individuals and teams to design their life so that they can elevate their personal and professional lives. At the end of the day, you do not interact with me and remain the same. Give me a call and let's have the discussion. Have something, a line that you can be able to speak about. So as you network, somebody should never forget you. Okay, I hope that I have said that enough of that. So networks are around us. Church is network. Chamas are networks. Everywhere that there is a community is a network. When I began my journey, the churches opened doors for me around Kenya. One church has churches in many different spaces. From Nairobi to Mombasa to Eldoret to Nakuru, I went there, just talking about marriage built to last. So question is, who are your networks? Where do you go to network? Okay, we have specific areas depending on your profession that you can be able to do that. And so allow me to leave that there, and then we talk about investments. I would not do a good job telling you about investments when my husband is just listening to me here waiting for us to finish, and because he's the guru. I could just tell him, oh, come and just tell them about investments. But he will come another day and he will tell you about investments. But I will tell you this, you've got to be very intentional about investment. Before you think about investment, think about your income stream. You are in a job, that's all you have. Question is, do you have a multiple income stream? Today, FIDA Investment Bank is doing a great service to Kenyans. They have what they call the Oak Special Fund. And in this Oak Special Fund, you're able to get between 15 and 20% interest. And so the thing is, central bank, bonds and treasury bills, the question is, how do you want to diversify your investment? What I learned is that what I do every day as a job is a side hustle. But my real income and my real job is my investment portfolio. A house I rent, my central bank portfolio, my FIDA portfolio, those ones where I take the money I earn If you are just earning money and you do not have an investment portfolio, believe me, you will have a problem. As a young woman, my father-in-law told me that it's not about the profit you make in a business. It's the money you are able to put aside from what you do and invest it in something that will give you income when you are not working. If your job comes to an end, will your life come to an end, or will you continue working? So that means you've got to be serious about your investment. And to do that, you've got to begin by bringing your savings together, and there's no little money to begin. And that you can be details of that by Rena Hicks, how to create growth. By the way, Rena Hicks has so many videos online. Just go online and look for Rena Hicks, how to create, grow, and preserve wealth. You'll be amazed at how much you are going to learn. Right.
I agree with you. We have hosted Rena here severally as well. And she has written a book called Money Wise as well. So I think that would be a good start. Now, in the interest of time, Jenny, we have a couple of questions that I hope you have time for us. There's a question from George who says, how does one get back on track if the dream set is fizzling or is unattainable? And we have someone else, maybe you can combine those who is saying, I'm currently working as a teacher, but I think this was not meant to be my place. I struggle a lot. What can I do?
Okay. Now, my dream is unattainable. All right. Whatever you can achieve, conceive in your mind, you can achieve. Now, your dream, to achieve your dream, you've got to have SMART goals. They need to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and they need a time-bound frame. They need a time frame. The question is, if you have a dream, are you walking the journey with someone? What are the challenges? I would have preferred to hear what my setback is. What is your setback? Because the setback is what we need to address and not the dream. What's holding you back from achieving your dream? Is your dream a reality for you? If it is a reality for you, you will achieve it by having SMART goals, by having a mentor, by having not only SMART goals, but who are you benchmarking against? Is it something that can be actually realized? Or is it an innovation that may take years to happen? Has somebody done it in the past? Have you reached out to the person who has done it in the past to just listen to how they did their dream and how it turned to be a success? And so reach out to the person who is successful. Sometimes we fear that they will not receive us, but the truth of the matter is those that are successful, they don't have those fears. They don't have any fear to support others. I said earlier, they are insignificant. So their significance is about teaching and mentoring others. You are a teacher and you are struggling in being a teacher. Listen, I was once a teacher myself. When I finished my master's degree in psychology, I decided that I was going to teach. And I was hired and I went to teach. And the homework, marking the homework, I knew this is not what I wanted to do. My husband was traveling out of the country. I couldn't go because it is in the middle of the term. By one term, I did for one term, I quit. I said, this is not what it is that I want to do. After all, the lecturers, they are always complaining that I taught so and so, I taught so and so, and now they are now having big jobs. They are the leaders in this country, and me, I'm earning little money. I said, why should I stay here with these professors that are complaining every day? And I decided I'll do something different. I can teach. So what I began to do is to think what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to teach without homework. Right now, I'm teaching But when I'm off, I'm not having any homework. I prepared myself to come and be able to present what I've presented for you. But you know what I love most? Now it is done. It is no longer my responsibility. It is your responsibility. So if you are a teacher, what is your area of expertise? What do you love to teach? Do you want to train? If you are here and you have an area of training that you like, Susan, you'll put on the number on the chat, and they can call us, because we always have opportunities to teach, to train, to mentor, to coach. If you are in those areas, we are expanding in 2025. Maybe we can, give you a consultancy that will help you actualize your dream. So you are a teacher, you can do many other things. Even if you are an accountant and you are feeling bored, nothing matters. I began my life, as I told you earlier, I was a tailor. I moved, I sold chickens, okay? At one point, I sold 10 chickens, and then I sold 1,000 birds a day to the hotels in the city. I was done. I decided now I want a professional job. I went back to school, I studied, and then now I packaged this, whatever it is that I do, the consultancy that I do. You can change and reinvent yourself in 2025, but you will not be able to do it alone. I had to find the people to tell what I'm feeling and thinking so that they can be able to just pour themselves to me, hold my hand, and open doors for me. So I've given you enough tips. If you have felt good, buy me a cup of tea, send me an email, tell me, Jenny, I did it.
Right. And then there's somebody, please tell us practically how to discover our purpose. How do we know? I feel stuck. I want to know my purpose.
All right. Now, that's a big one. If you really want to know your purpose, sign up for a session on Design Your Life, because we do purpose and passion. But for the purposes of this, I will tell you, what is it that you do naturally? What do you enjoy doing? And what is that one thing that people tell you you are good at? What's that one thing people tell you that you are good at? Your ikigai, the Japanese call it ikigai, your ikigai, your reason for being. You know, if you told me we spent the whole night here, I teach you, and tomorrow and the next day, for me, it is what I love to do. I will do it. What is that you can do without being paid, and you will do it to the best of your ability? Now, that is the beginning of understanding what your purpose is.
Excellent. And finally, because we can be here all night, how do I handle imposter syndrome? How do I handle imposter syndrome at both professional and personal level? And then somebody is saying, how do I build my confidence in decision making?
All right. So now, when you are struggling with imposter syndrome, imposter syndrome actually affects the very smart people. Not even the middle performers, the very sharp people, the people who really know. Doctors, engineers, accountants, HR professionals, people who have it, but there is a voice that tells them they are not good enough, they are not smart enough, they are not beautiful enough, they are not handsome enough. Now, the way that you deal with an imposter syndrome is first and foremost, remember we said fear is false evidence appearing real. Acknowledge that it is not the reality. What is the reality? To be able to know what is the reality, you begin by taking a journal and writing down, jotting down, what are your strengths? What are your strengths? What are the achievements that you have been able to have? say, in the last 5 years, what are the achievements? You will be amazed by the many achievements that you had if you write them down, journal it, write it down. All right? Now, because the imposter tells you you are not good enough, you also need to rephrase that by writing in your journal what, in terms of your strengths and affirmations, that I am good enough, I am intelligent enough, and you just need to pump yourself up. And then you need to recognize the triggers. What are the triggers that cause me to feel? And I'll tell you, one of the big triggers is perfectionism. For imposter syndrome, perfectionism. So quit perfectionism and embrace progress. And be intentional about that. Have sticker notes, maybe on your wardrobe, maybe inside your wardrobe, maybe on your computer, of, as spurring you up. They'll ignite you. They will remind you. They will be focused. And at the end of the day, speak to someone, because accountability helps. So that when you are fearing and you feel that you are not good enough, somebody will also encourage you. I'm forgetting the other one. What was the other question?
The other question is, how do you build confidence in decision making?
Decision making. You've got to
and
make
self-doubt.
Yes, self-doubt, fear, and confidence all fall in the same category, and it's always under fear. You are afraid because, and listen to me clearly, do you know why you're afraid? Because you don't have clarity. If you don't have clarity, you have fog in your head. If you don't have clarity, it's not clear what you want. So if you want to have confidence, you've got to be clear about what it is that you want. So let's begin by focusing, having clarity of purpose. What is it that you want for your personal and for your professional life? Begin somewhere. When you have clarity of purpose, that's it. You are as clear in your mind as you can ever be about what it is that you want. So now, this is what I want. But when you say, I'm not sure what I want, I know I want to be successful, I'm not clear in my mind, then you need a coach to find clarity of purpose. But when you are clear, fear will disappear. The only reason you have no confidence is because you have no clarity. When you have total clarity, you have confidence, because you know that you know and you know what it is that you want.
I totally agree with you.
Good.
Wow, Jenny. I think at this point,
I'm glad you agree. And it's
yes.
so key for me, because that's where I'm coming from. I was such a mess, not being clear about what it is, not my relationship. So I'm so fed up. I don't want, what is it that I don't want about this relationship? What is it that I'm contributing? I don't want this job. It's not edifying me. I quit. I retired at the age of 39. I was done with working. But you know what? I wasn't having clarity. Then I was home. I was home not knowing what else to do. I was miserable. I quit my job. Now I don't know what to do. I had to collect myself and actually find me a coach so that I can be clear about where I want to go. So I'm always dealing with people that don't know whether they are coming, going, or gone, and where they want to go. They just know they want success. I want money. I want a good job. I want a good relationship. I want somebody to love me. I want. No clarity specific of what it is you want. That's the problem. I know it.
Excellent. I see Tabitha saying the question on imposter syndrome has been answered very well. Quite an insightful session. Thank you very much for that comment, Tabitha Odero. And I must say that I see my friends from Kampala here, and I see my friends from Tanzania. Simon Frank, how are you? And I see my friends from Kenya as well are also here. Thank you very much. I know we can be here for the entire day, but at this point, I want to welcome Richard. Do you have a question for Jenny?
Jenny, I always love your enthusiasm. I love your energy, and you're looking fantastic. One of the questions I normally see people have is that monster. I don't know if it's a monster or what. It is the problem of procrastination. I have a meme that I always share, which says, procrastinators, let us meet tomorrow. How should people handle this problem of procrastination?
The same. When people procrastinate is because they have a fear base. So you need to address the fear. What are you fearing? I don't want to do this because I'm afraid it will not be perfect. I don't want to do this because it will show my ignorance. I don't want to do this because I will look stupid. I don't want to do this because I will fail. Fear of failure. Now, failure is a good thing. If you are afraid of failure, you'll not go anywhere. Fail, but fail forward. Fail trying. Keep failing, you will achieve. So the reason people procrastinate and the imposter syndrome alike is because of fear, and it is the fear of failure and what people will say about you. And some of these things are really what we went through as a child. So sometimes you need to deal with the inner child and the hurt and the pain and the shame that affected you because of the report form you brought home. Remember that report form? You are number 45, 37, maybe 54. Or number 12, and your parents expect you to be number 1 to 5. You are told off, you are denied, and whatever you went through put you in a position of shame. That shame is the one that shows up in adulthood. You procrastinate because you don't want shame. You procrastinate because you are fearful of the consequences. Listen, you are fearfully and wonderfully created. You are intelligent in all ways. You got it. You have nothing to be afraid of. Fall, but fall forward.
That is good, Grace.
Thank you. Thank you. Please sign up for Design Your Life, Find Your Purpose sessions by Jennifer Karina. We have shared their contact details. You can get in touch, and you can get to learn more details about that session. I think you will enjoy it, and I think for you who is stuck, it will be a point of clarity for you, and you will get to have a better 2025. So please, Susan, make sure you're posting the details to everyone, not to the host and panelist. Again, please share the contact details. Actually, this is the most bestest appropriate webinar to start this year. Thank you very much. Excellent. So, Jennifer, your parting shot.
My parting shot, ignite your 2025. It's not business as usual. Be intentional, but intentionality requires action. Choose to live purposefully, love passionately what you do and who you engage with, and thrive unapologetically because you deserve it. It's a new year. Everything for 2024, just have a glance at 2024, but focus on 2025. May God bless you and grant the desires of your heart as He blesses the works of your hands. God bless you, and bye for now.
Wow, I like that. I like intentionality requires action. I think that is my take home for today. Richard, you have your morning quote for tomorrow.
Patented. You will get a commission out of it.
Yes,
Thank-
yes. So please take advantage of Design Your Life, Find Your Purpose by Jennifer Karina. Contact details are on the chat in case you're not able to save them. We shall share them on the WhatsApp group, and you can always reach out to me and I'll be able to share the contact details and you can be able to sign up for that. It's actually an entire program that is done. So this is just a tip on the iceberg, and more will be shared when you sign up, and you'll get clarity and more confidence, and just get to live purposefully, love passionately, and thrive unapologetically. So thank you very much, Jen, for making time for us. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Catherine Sidandi. Thank you so much, the entire audience, for being here with us. We have started the year, and I am glad that we have started strong. Next week, we are discussing debt management, because intentionality requires action. So as you figure out the year, we want to make sure that your debts are either working for you or they are not working. You're not into debt at all. So that is what we will be discussing on Tuesday next week. At this point in time, allow me to remind you again, Design Your Life with Jennifer Karina is a program that you can sign up for. And she has just shared very little things around it. And there's more to come. So I'm excited and looking forward to 2025. And I'm sure that we are going to be igniting the year and we are going to be thriving this year. So asanteni sana, and have yourselves a lovely, lovely night. See you next Tuesday, same time, same place. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.